Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel God Will Do It For You. My name is Steven and I hope everyone had a great weekend. My weekend was definitely packed with a lot of work and errands and, life. But I love it, so it is what it is. But again, I hope everyone had a great weekend. Again, my name is Steven. If this is your first time coming here, I welcome you. I appreciate you for taking the time to listen to me. It's a nice day outside. It's a little hot, I think around 82 today. The sun is shining real great outside, but when I get inside, it's really dark and the lighting's just not that great. So I was like, well, before the gym, I'll go ahead and get my video out the way. But I like to get straight into the topic. And what I'm going to be talking about today is just the value of consistency. The value of just saying, hey, God does really answer your prayers. And sometimes it's just not the way that you envisioned him answering the prayer. And what I mean by that is, and sometimes that could be good or bad. But what I mean by that is, for instance, let's say you're asking for clarity on the partner. And let's say you're like, well, there's nothing wrong with me and the partner, but it doesn't feel 100%, but I can, you're just teeter-tottering. You're like, God, give me a sign, this and that. So let's say you two are in a relationship, then all of a sudden a financial situation pops up. And now that financial situation causes that person to behave differently while they're going through that financial situation. And that's something that you may not have noticed or known if that situation have not arisen. For another example, for a woman, let's say there's a health condition, not even a health condition, a health condition that arises on your end, and you want to see if your male is faithful to you, and that health condition prevents you guys from having abstaining from sex for a period of time that's unknown until you get better, and just making sure that that man truly is faithful to you. So whatever the case may be, God will answer prayers. And this past weekend, it definitely showed me that, not more so in financial gain, more so in wisdom and knowledge, just seeing things and being like, okay, he is answering my prayers on certain things that I had questions about, or people, or things, whatever the case may be. It just wasn't packaged up in the way I envisioned of getting that clarity. But he was like, well, I got, the way I'm thinking that he's thinking is that, well, I got to give it to you in a way that, one, you can learn from it, and two, that there's no doubt that you can't miss the point that I'm trying to get from the situation. So I understand it. It was definitely a great weekend. Again, like I said, this weekend the word was just about spouses as well, and just what it means to serve together as husband and spouse, and what it means to be submissive as well. And when we really think about the role of a male and woman in a relationship, especially when it's Christian faith, towards God, and to serve and represent Jesus, what we're really asking for is, the male is asking to be respected, and the woman is asking to be loved. Loved. When you're loved, you won't hurt somebody. You won't hurt something that you love. You'll take care of it. You'll take real good care of it, actually. It'll take so much good care of it that you'll treat it like gold. Especially like picture a classic car. If you ever had one, I've had 3. You treat them real good. You really don't want too much touching those. And that's just how you treat someone that loves you and that you love them back. Is you treat them like gold. You're like, hey, you don't idolize them, so don't mix up what I'm saying. But you treat them like they're important, they're valuable. And it's not that the male wants the woman to be submissive to the point where you just do everything I tell you to do, this and that. No, it's more so you have married me. And for you to have married me, that means that you trust that I am a man that can lead you, that I'm a man that is connected to God, and that God is who I pray to get information to run the relationship. And so when I come to you with something or whatever the case may be, and I'm saying, hey, this should go this way, you being combative comes off as a sign of disrespect, not because you're not doing what I want you to do. It's more so that if I'm giving you a represent, like, hey, this is what we need to do, it's just more so trust me that I've thought about it. Everything positive is in our best interest to go this route with this particular thing. Now, it's another situation now if the male is like, hey, what's your thought on this? So don't get me wrong, but it was just giving really good examples on how men should love and how women are able to, should be able to respect the man as well. And so that way, that one body, one mind and soul can be formed, and that true representation of Jesus Christ could really be shown out here to the best of our ability, at least. So my point with that as well is, if you're coupled, definitely I feel like all that comes with communication. Communication definitely helps a lot of that. And also, if you're not coupled, just definitely keep living the type of life that you feel you should be living if you were married. I feel like when you're doing something as if you already got it, is you're just preparing yourself for it mentally, because you already know it's coming, and it usually ends up coming, or someone that ends up being some form of long-term, hopefully permanent, comes into the picture. So definitely keep working on yourself. I know I've talked about 2 different subjects, but just trying to get a little bit in before we get moving. Like I said, this is just going to be the Monday video. If you took the time to listen to this, I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, these aren't like the God said videos and things like that. I don't want anyone to mix that up. What these videos are for me to share my Christian walk experience with you, and really show you exactly what God plans to do in my life, because I truly believe that He's going to do something that we're able to, I picture that He's going to do something in a way that I'll be exposed and be able to glorify Him at a higher level. And I feel that way just because of the things when I've prayed, and the visions I've had, and the very clear visions, and just other things that are clear confirmation. I'm like, I want to share this with people, so that way people know that it's possible, and that they know that there is purpose with this Christian walk, that is not for nothing, and that God really can do great things in you, but it's not going to be easy. And I don't want anybody to think that it's easy, because there are moments and times where I'm just, I'm just like, my hands are just in the air, like, oh God. So I just don't want anyone to think that it's easy, but I don't want anyone to give up, because if they see that I can come out on the other side of this and come out not only better, but granted, most of our better days are lesser than our former days, but even then, though, it's like, it's better to experience some of it than none of it. That's the way I look at it. And I'd rather experience some of it than none of it. So I want to share that with you all, so it can be a source of encouragement, so that way, once we start experiencing some things, once I start gaining some traction and really showing God that I'm going to be consistent with you all, and also just being consistent with this walk as well, and putting in intentional work, that again, it will definitely influence the right person in a positive way for the kingdom of God. And I'll just be thankful to be used in that way while I'm here on this earth. So that's what it's all about, you all. I really appreciate it. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, Definitely follow on this journey. It's going to be a great one. I have a good feeling about it. I look young. I'm 33. But I know I look very young. Everybody's like, hey, 22, 24. I'm like, yeah. You know, I wish. But, oh well. But, again, I appreciate it. Until next time, you have a great day.